Okay, for more on this, I'm joined by Rochelle Garza, a civil rights lawyer who was Paxton's Democratic opponent in last year's race for the Texas Attorney General. She's also the president of the Texas Civil Rights Project. Good to see you again. Thank you for being with us. I think we have to separate this. Paxton has very conservative views and very conservative interests, and you ran against him on the basis of that. But Paxton's been under investigation since 2015. To suggest this process has been rushed is kind of amazing, given who Paxton is, and yet he keeps getting reelected.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show, Ali. I am the president of the Texas Civil Rights Project. We have been working tirelessly to protect voting rights in the state of Texas, to make sure we have a just criminal system, that we have a humane immigration system and treat people at the borderlands with respect and dignity. Look, I've been a civil rights attorney for a very long time. Not only did I run against Ken Paxton, but I have experienced his corruption personally. When I was representing young women who needed access to abortion care, he started a sham investigation into me, sent a letter to try to intimidate me when I was a court-appointed attorney. So I commend the Republicans and the Democrats in the House that voted to impeach him and hold him accountable for his criminality and for his corruption.
What happens now in Texas? Because everybody has known that Paxton's been problematic for a long time. Kind of wild that a unanimous committee, Republican-controlled committee, voted unanimously to recommend him for impeachment, and then the House overwhelmingly supported that. I mean, this is a Republican state legislature. What now happens?
I mean, I think what the legislature has shown is that this isn't a partisan issue. This is about accountability and integrity, and they've made the right decision here to try to hold Ken Paxton accountable. What we're going to see happen in the coming days and months is we're going to have our governor is going to appoint an interim attorney general. The Senate will be responsible for setting a trial and making sure that trial goes through. Obviously, my hope is that we see accountability for Ken Paxton's actions. There are over 20 articles of impeachment, and they include some incredibly egregious things, not only bringing in facts of bribery and corruption. I mean, this is very extensive. Article 19 even specifically says that he is unfit to serve for office. So we're going to see the Senate have their trial, and hopefully Texans will see some justice here.
By the way, I played that recording of Representative Canales, and I mentioned that his father read the first articles of the last time there were articles of impeachment. I did say 1917, and then I started to do the math, and that would have made him like 160 years old. So it was 1975, yes. Not 1917. I just wanted to issue that. Now, what happens in the Texas Senate? Because will they be able to overcome their hyper-politicization and impeach him, or does this now fall down along party lines and once again Ken Paxton walks away?
I mean, frankly, we're going to have to wait to see. I think that the indication that we have here is that in Texas, in a conservative state, we saw 60 Republicans and 61 Democrats vote for impeachment in the House. I think that there is a clear indication that accountability is coming for Ken Paxton.
Well, in the meantime, what happens? Has he been suspended from work? Like, does he get to be Attorney General? Does the acting Attorney General act as the Attorney General at this point?
That's right. So in the interim, Governor Abbott will appoint someone to act as Attorney General in the interim until the Senate sets their trial. And then once that happens, we'll see if he's officially removed from office. And when that happens, there may be a special election in 2024. Depending on the timing of all of this, it may extend further than that. But we're just really in a position where we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But I think that the American public needs to look at what's happening in Texas and see it for what it is. This is about holding a corrupt politician accountable. And I am incredibly proud as a Texan to see this happen. I know that all of us would be best served with Ken Paxton out of office.
Rochelle Garza, thanks for joining me again. Unfortunately, the last time I saw you was in Texas. It was at Uvalde on the ground. So I'm glad, as grim as this is, it's not that. So I appreciate you joining us this morning. Rochelle Garza is a former Democratic nominee for Texas Attorney General, a commissioner on the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, and the president of the Texas Civil Rights Project.